I'm Brittany Lewis with Forbes Breaking News. Joining me now is my colleague, senior wealth reporter John Hyatt. John, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Brittany.
You were reporting that you met with Vivek Ramaswamy back in August, and the circumstances surrounding the GOP presidential contender then are way different than they are now as we sit here in the beginning of November. Can you break that down for us?
When I met with Vivek in August, it was 36 hours after his first debate performance, during which he was the breakout star. He was the most talked about candidate. Folks like Ron DeSantis and Chris Christie and Nikki Haley were going after him, and he sort of owned the spotlight, and we saw that in his poll numbers. He was surging. He was on the up. There was a lot of chatter about him being a potential vice president for Donald Trump, and he was really sort of enjoying that moment. Flash forward a couple months, and things have taken a bit of a turn for Vivek. He's still in the top 4 when it comes to GOP primary polling, but he's definitely lost his share of the vote. Nikki Haley, somebody who he's sparred with a lot on the debate stage, has overtaken him in that 3rd place behind Ron DeSantis and, of course, the frontrunner Donald Trump. And yeah, Vivek is sort of fighting to sort of stay in it.
You're reporting, as you said, his stance in the polls have dropped. Also, his net worth has dropped. So let's first talk about the polls. You mentioned his sparring partner, Nikki Haley. They got into it pretty intensely on the debate stage last night, resulting in Nikki Haley calling him scum. I just talked to a Republican strategist, and while we were talking about Vivek Ramaswamy, we said you could call him a lot of things. Likeable might not be one of them. He might not be someone voters really want to grab a beer with, as the saying goes. So can you explain that drop in the polls a little bit?
Yeah. So in August, right after that first debate, according to 538's aggregator of national polls, which looks at how the GOP primary candidates are polling, he was around 12 or 13%, just behind Ron DeSantis, around 14%. So he was, on the rise. It looked like he was in prime position to supplant Ron DeSantis as, second to Donald Trump. Flash forward to today, Nikki Haley is now in that spot, threatening to overtake Ron DeSantis. And Vivek has fallen to about 5%. So that's over 50% decline for Vivek, from 12, 13% to just over 5% today. And as far as his net worth goes, you're right, like it's gone down, but not if it on a apples to apples basis. His net worth has declined less than his poll numbers. So his net worth peaked at about $1.1 billion in September, and now it's closer to $900 million. We peg him right at about $880 million as of yesterday.
So he was in the Billionaires Club with a B, now the Multi-Millionaires Club with an M.